All right, what's going on, y'all? I got my boy with me, my guy Chase Bell. I have known Chase now for I think 6 years. I think I met you when you were a freshman or becoming a freshman. Chase started doing vertimax training with me when I was training out of the garage in the 103-degree weather in Madison, Alabama.
Yeah.
So I am pleased to be able to bring him on to the podcast because he is also what I like to call a serial dreamer. Chase has been playing basketball as long as I've known him, but we will get into his story, let him tell you exactly when he started playing and where he's at now. And then at the end of the podcast today, guys, we're going to play a game like we did in episode 3 with Zach and Jaden and see how well Chase does with this game. Like I always say, my games are easy, but they're not simple. So we're going to see just how quick witted you are. All right. So Chase, let's start at the beginning. Um, when did you start playing basketball?
Uh, when I started playing basketball, I guess I'll say, ooh, fifth grade, fifth grade year. Started playing
Fifth
basketball.
grade. So what were you, 10?
I think so, 10 or 11. Yeah.
10 or 11? Okay, so that's early but late. So what were you doing before then? Did you play other sports before then?
Yeah, I played football and baseball.
Football.
Yeah.
What position?
What position?
Yeah.
I'll play running back. I'll play running back. I got film.
Chase, what you doing out there playing running back, man?
I was fast.
And what about baseball? What position did you play in baseball?
I played shortstop and second base.
Okay. So what got you into basketball after playing those two sports?
So what got me into basketball really, I was down in South Huntsville. So I was playing football. I wasn't thinking about basketball. Just playing football, like just like my dad. What made me really drop into playing basketball is like when we moved down here. That's when like I went to the doctor, right? Because I was having a lot of concussions and stuff. So that's when my dad was basically like he pulled me out of football, and baseball, and basketball is really like the not the main thing down here, but that was
It's
all we
big.
left. But I just picked it up.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you were playing in like a rec league then, or
For football or basketball or
for basketball? When you started playing basketball,
something. Ooh, when I started playing basketball, I remember started with Coach Blackwell. But
Coach Blackwell,
yeah,
is that his
yeah,
son played for
his
Florence, right?
dad,
Yeah.
his dad. Yeah, so we met them down here, and then the rest is history. That's a whole story.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So, so for Coach Blackwell, basically, like we had a trainer. I can say the name. So we had a trainer called Coach Smart. So when I first
Mm.
got here, he was like the first coach basketball trainer I really actually did. Well, no, let me not say that. Before that, it was Coach Tellis. I don't think people know him. That's Josh Langford's dad.
Okay.
So I used to train with him at first, at the beginning. Boom. Then I met Coach Smart. I think it was through him actually. I met Coach Smart. So we started, training at the church, and then that's when I was introduced into like I guess the Blackwells, because their
Okay.
son also went there. Um, ended up going to the same school as his sister. Coach Blackwell lived right across the street. So
Right.
I started, hanging out with them more, and then I joined their basketball team.
So were you good when you first started?
And Coach Blackwell used to be stressing. Yeah.
Well, you were pretty tall though, right? Even as a 10, 11 year old. How tall were
I
you
was
then?
average height. I think I was average height. No, I wasn't tall.
You wasn't tall then. So but you were
Not like
skinny though. So you were a
yeah.
skinny, average
I
height
was
kid.
skinny. I
Could
probably
you
had a
shoot?
7 foot wingspan back then still. Uh, could I shoot?
Yeah.
Mid range.
Could you dribble? So you were pretty.
No, I couldn't dribble. No, I just had long arms.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
So it was like a potential thing. He saw the potential in you and started just investing that time. So when did you get serious about basketball then?
Ooh, when I get serious, I guess pretty later. So I say like 10th grade, 10th grade year.
Okay.
When I
So I
knew
knew
it.
you then. I knew you. Okay. So you were at that time at Madison Academy
Yeah.
for the 10th grade. So did you know then that you wanted to play in college or that you had a reasonable chance at playing in college?
In 10th grade, to be honest, I don't think I really was thinking about it.
Okay. So when did you start thinking about college?
Really crazy. I say my junior year. That's when I
Okay.
was like, yeah, like this is real. Cause at first, I was playing and I was thinking like, bro, I'm gonna be in high school forever. Like I don't gotta even think about this,
Yeah.
you know. But then when COVID hit, that's when like everything just like fast forward. Like
Yeah.
2 years went by like that, and I look up now I'm in my senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That infamous senior year. So you you transferred from Madison Academy.
yeah, I came
Y'all
to
come
Spark.
over to Sparkman your
Yeah,
senior year, and that I think probably on paper, that's probably the best Sparkman team ever assembled.
yeah,
Like besides, like if you think about early 2000s, mid 2000s, but as far as like this era, like 2020 and on beyond, that's
yeah.
definitely one of the best Sparkman teams you're gonna see. So, how was your experience getting to Sparkman?
Like, like, getting to Sparkman.
Yeah,
I mean, it was very different. Like I was excited. Came down there during the summer. I think, yeah, during the summer, right before the summer, right when you got there. Actually, I think you came
yeah.
and you were following me. I had to put
No,
you
you
on.
were following me.
So I
You,
was like, during the summer, we had a great summer. Man, we all was playing. We was all having friendships, bonding well. That's when we had like Zach, who was just on the last podcast.
yeah,
We had Jaden, Chase, Cam, Will, Carmelo,
yeah,
Tyrone. I think J Rock was maybe on the team at the time.
yeah. J Rock was on the team for the summer.
KG.
Yeah,
I don't want to leave no one out. Let me see. I think we
you
had
had
Donnell.
Donnell. Yeah,
Yeah, we had Donnell. But like the summer was like the greatest experience I ever had though with
yeah,
the Spartan team.
yeah.
And then we get in the season, and that's how things went.
So what shifted? Do you think? So from the summertime, I literally heard a lot of people in the city saying Spartan's going to win state this year.
Yeah,
Like that was the big talk. Spartan's going to win state. Spartan's known for getting, always out of the area, but then they're known for getting right there to the end and not making it all the way to the end. But
yeah.
that was the big talk. Like Spartan's going to win state this year. What do you think shifted to where that didn't happen?
Uh, okay. So from my perspective, what I think shifted, I think, that's a good one. Actually, that's a great question. What I think shifted was I think there was starting to build like there was animosity between us, like players.
Yeah,
Like we was friends, we was cool, but sometimes I think you know I don't think we bonded off the court as well as we did on the court. Like
yeah,
everybody kind of did their own thing, off the court. Some people took it serious, some people didn't. People get into different things.
yeah.
It was like almost like I don't know how to say it, but it was almost like a division between the team. And also it was just, oof,
Yeah,
yeah. It was. I think what happened was a lot of people started getting in our heads. Listening to the outside. Not trusting in our teammates, feeling bitter sometimes about who's playing, who's not playing. I'm not gonna talk about the coaching. I'm not gonna get into all that. But I think it really was just ourselves that we got in our own head, and from there it just went down.
yeah. That's one thing I always harp on is that outside team bond is probably more important than what you guys do on the court, because at the end of the day, you have to respect each other, and you have to kind of you have a love for each other. Like, you won't always like everybody that you're around, because, like you said, everybody's into their own thing. So if
Yeah.
somebody's into something that you're not really into, you may not have a lot of like for that person, but you have to have a genuine love for your teammates. And because if you
Right.
love somebody, you're willing to go to battle with them. You're willing to. I think a lot of animosity would have been erased because it's clouded by the love. It's like, I don't care if I'm not on the court, because my boy out here doing his thing. I'm gonna clap him up. But when y'all are kind of competing
Yeah.
off the
We
court
always
and on
compete
the
off
court,
the court.
and you, like you said, we won't harp on the coaching a lot, but a lot of that atmosphere of competing in practice and always going against each other and always hearing you're only gonna play if this person or this person.
There was no team bonding like
Yeah,
whatsoever. Just competition against each other.
yeah. A lot of individual, like, cause y'all individually, I could go down a list of how talented you are individually.
Yeah, we had a
And
lot of
so
players.
you put you on one team, and it takes a strong leader to be able to understand every single personality. How do I coach this person? Because you can't coach Chase Bell the same way you coach Will Hawkins.
Right.
That's very clear. The way you respond is different. So how do I get the best out of every single player? And the only way you do that is you have to have those outside events. Like, you got to go to the bowling alleys, you got to have the barbecues, because you want to know, like, what does this guy really like? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not playing basketball, what is he like? If his parents fuss at him, how are they fussing? Is he one that shuts down? Is he one that fusses back? Or is he motivated by that? Because that's the approach you have to take as a coach. If I know I'm going to shut you down, I can't come to you yelling. I have to
Yeah.
come to you and meet you where you are and build you to being the player I want you to be. But, like, truly, that team, though,
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
like, because that summer, I mean, that summer for me as well was probably the summer that in my mind I'm thinking I can make a home in Huntsville. Like,
Yeah.
that summer, I felt like, man, I'm going to be a Sparkman senator for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I could do this. And then come looking at y'all, and then I look at the younger class, like, you think about Ty Pace and all those guys that are coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can be here for a long time. But then it just
It
is, yeah,
repeats itself. The cycle.
Mr.
yeah.
Outfit?
That's your little buddy. Hear your voice over here. But
Yeah,
so
that
after
season was
Spark,
great though, because we
yeah,
had a lot of team bonding. I think we only lost one game,
yeah,
and
that was,
from what I heard, we had played Ace Bailey, but we didn't know at the time.
yeah,
You know? So yeah, we only lost
yeah.
one
You only
game.
lost, yeah. That game against McEachern was the
Yeah, it
only
was the first game. Our first
tough.
game,
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
bumped
that was
by a
tough.
lot of players, looking like 2K studs out there.
That was tough.
So
That,
yeah,
that
but
that
after
did
that,
set the
like
tone. That
yeah,
set
after
the tone
that,
for the summer.
yeah, because I think the reason we played so well is because we was with each other, like not a lot, but yeah, we was with each other a lot. So we was on
Yeah,
the trip, we was hanging out, we was all hee ha ha, and then on the court, boom
yeah,
boom boom, everybody was doing their job, and then
yeah,
like the school started, everybody's kind of like, I'm dealing with classwork, I gotta do this, I'm not
yeah.
going, I'm gonna skip
Could you?
practice
Yeah.
today.
I mean, in high school, you have to have that coach that's gonna make you be together. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, during the summer, I think I think most of y'all were at my house probably almost every day.
yeah,
Y'all are
pretty
in
much
each
every
other's
day.
faces. Yeah. But so after, so the senior year is going. We get to February. You guys don't make it as far as you're hoping.
Oh yeah,
What does that do for you as far as you're getting ready to for college? Like, where's your mindset at that point? Like, do you think that you're still going to college? Like, how are you thinking at that point in February of your senior year?
so like I kind of knew before. I was like, man, I know we're not gonna make it. Now I know
Yeah,
not to sound crazy, but like I saw it. I said we're not gonna make it. So I was already kind of making plans before our season because I had got hurt. I think right after Huntsville Classic.
yeah,
So after that, I was like, okay, this halfway the season, I just sprained my ankle. I'm probably not gonna play no more. Even if I
Yeah.
come back, like minutes are gone. My
Yeah.
5 minutes are gone.
Because I had like what 16 people, 17 people.
Oh yeah.
It was
11. How many seniors we had? 11. I think we had 11.
everybody but KG. By the end of the season,
KG
everybody
and J
but KG
Rock
was
were the only
seniors.
ones that stayed.
Yeah.
My brother?
No, no, no. I'm on the podcast, please.
What was my birthday?
Please go. Thank you. Thank you.
But my brother? You were in my
No,
brother's meeting?
no. He's amped to ruin this for me right now.
It's cool. I feel it.
I forgot his name. What's his name?
Listen to him. This is Chase, my guy.
Chase?
Yes, I'm gonna hold on a second.
It's not.
Yo, I hope they can hear me.
He is eager. So, all right. So you're setting yourself up for college.
Right.
What's the college attention looking like at this point for you?
Ooh, so 0. Bellhaven, basically. That was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after that season was over, basically it was like, let me see if I can squeeze one more season of AAU in real quick, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think I got anything from AAU from that season, like, cause I'm a senior, unsigned senior, you know, like, coach is really not looking at that unless you're like.
Yeah.
So my head, I think it was prep. Like I was already sold on prep. Like I was already going talking to prep schools, and then I think I ended up talking to Florida Coastal because that was the first
Yeah.
prep school I had went to. And I don't know if you want to talk about the prep years. Now, the prep years are something else.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the prep years, man. Cause you were supposed to be prepping with me.
To be honest, I think I am the CEO of BSA because I gave you the idea. So you
That's
know,
crazy that you're the CEO, but you didn't attend. Yeah.
I helped you out.
I mean, it was either a gift or a curse. I don't know yet. I don't know if it was great or not. But so you start shopping around for prep. You end up going to Florida Coastal first.
Yeah.
How was that experience once you got there? 'Cause I know when you were headed there, I know they were telling you one thing. So when you got there, what was that experience like?
So when I got there, I was extremely nervous, to be honest with you, because that was my first time, I guess, encountering a bunch of foreign basketball players.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, like, that's real. Like, there's a lot of foreigners, and they're just. So I remember we all go to Florida, we get in this van, right? It's about 3 vans of us. So we go in this gym. The coach, there's like 3 coaches. So one's a foreigner, one's from like, I don't know where he's at. And then the main bald head coach sitting at the top.
Yeah.
So I remember, look, he had us sectioned off in chairs. It was like one row right here, one right here, one right here.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think he said we all stood up, right? And then he was just naming out teams. So it was 3 teams in that prep. So it was like I think a black, a red, and I think the main team was gold. No, the main team was red. So it was a black, a gold team, and a red team.
Yeah.
I remember I was nervous because before that we had tryouts. It was about 30 of no, probably about 40 of us in there. So I was nervous, but I was pretty confident that I was going to be on the red team.
Yeah.
So we get to the red team, boom, everything's good. They had us in beach houses, which was amazing.
Yeah.
We were talking about, okay, we got a food plan, we got a chef. So I say the first week it was legit. Like the chef was cooking us food, we was having practice. We had Adidas, everything. Like,
Yeah.
so I was feeling like, okay, this is like the real deal. So I say around that 3rd week, we calling the chef, hey, are we gonna eat today? We gonna go get something? Look, we in the van, right? Van's getting drove by the foreigner coach. He's talking about, he said, no munya, no funya. So we just, hey, we sitting back there just dying. So I say, it was more like a hangout, like
Yeah.
being down in Florida, because we were just going to the beach. We was going to I don't know if I can say this, but we was going to the club.
Yeah.
And we weren't even supposed to be doing all this stuff, but we wasn't We wasn't practicing. We wasn't eating. I mean, we was trying to Uber food all the time because we're out there in the middle of the beach, so there's no McDonald's. Like to go to
Yeah.
McDonald's, you gotta drive 30 minutes over the bridge into like the next city, like near Destin.
Yeah.
So we knew that wasn't working. So I think it was October. You know, I got my flight. I think this is before any games. No, yeah, it was basically before any real games down there. So I got my flight, came back home, and that's when I got back in contact with the coaches in Chattanooga. So it was
Yeah.
Coach Lee and Coach Trey. They was the coaches at Moss Valley Prep.
Mm.
And the only reason I remember them is because we had took a visit to them actually before I went to Florida Coach. They had a team house. You know, I wasn't really feeling it because I already seen Florida. They had a beach house. I'm like, you're not about to do a beach house. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, go back down there, right? Go with my dad. So the first day we met the team, they took us to Golden Corral. You know, small team. It was like about 7 of us, 8 of us. We eat Golden Corral. You know, I was talking. I was like, okay, okay. Go back to the house, man. I'm talking about. I'm talking about my room. I had a bunk bed. Like we were sharing
Yeah.
a bunk bed. So I was like, oh. I was like, I'm taking the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
One had a room, just basic. Just, but I was like, that's where I am now. So the next morning, I remember I'm sleeping right. It's probably about 6 a.m. I just feel someone tugging on the covers, and I look. He's like, get up. It's the coach, Coach Trey, bald headed also. All the coaches be bald. I hope you don't see this because you don't get on me. So he was like, get up. He was like, everybody, get up, get up. So we all getting up. You know, we got 5 minutes to get in that van. Like, I'm
Yeah.
talking, they have quick. Like he don't play. So we get in the van, right? We driving. We get to I ain't gonna say no bad words. We get to a big hill. I'm talking about the hill was huge. I'm over here looking like, okay, it's gonna make us probably run it about 4 times, right? So after the 7th time we ran up the hill, I'm just sitting there looking. Like I'm sitting there like I was not crying, but I was kind of crying though.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about it was bad. I'm talking about my legs hurt. I had to use the bathroom because we just fed up. We just took us to a buffet the day before.
Right. Right.
I was crying, and man, I was mad. Like I was just heated. And I remember he pulled out that phone, recorded it, and sent it to my dad. And then, but yeah, Monk Valley was probably like the best experience I had though because it was like I'm gonna fast forward into like the middle of the season. It was a small team, so we bonded pretty good.
Yeah.
We still ate. Coaches did not play though. Man, they did not play. They used to run us to death. Uh, make us run to the gym sometimes. The gym probably like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So, uh, he'll drop us off at the gym about 9 o'clock. Won't get us till 6 p.m. for practice. Then we'll have practice. Then after practice, take us home. We'll eat. We'll order food. We'll eat. Then we'll come back around 9. Then we'll work out again from about 9 to 11, like weights.
Yeah.
And then after that, he'll take us back to the room, to the house, and then we wake up again at 6, and we start the whole process. And yeah, it was we did things, like, um, since they were so strict, we guys, so like, of course, we're gonna try to sneak out, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and tell the full thing. So we in the, it's about, let's say, it's about, I say 11:50, right? So the coach is in their room, right? So you can hear their door open every time they go. It's like,
Yeah.
every time you hear, everybody go to their room. We go to the room. We don't say a word. We just quiet.
Yeah.
So it's about, let's say, yeah, it's about 11:50, right? But I had a homeboy. His name is Son. He about to go down to Cal State. To play.
Okay.
So we was like, there's a group of girls coming to pick us up. We need one of y'all to cover and stand near the door just in case something happened. We can hear it. So like we used to just sneak out all the time. Like not all the time. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want no one to see this. when we used to sneak out, oh, I'm talking about like you hit that lawn. We used to hit that lawn and just sprint down the street before, so they couldn't see out the window. We used to hit and just sprint and then just pray that when we come back that morning, like we used to come back at like 5 in the morning. We used to pray that they didn't lock that door. Cause they will lock the door. They will lock the door outside, and then when you get
Yeah.
caught, it's over. Like you might as well pack your bag.
Yeah.
It's gonna run you. So yeah, we just had a lot going on, but it was overall a great experience. It made me realize that you really have to love this to do this because it had got to a point where I really wanted to quit. I think you remember this.
I do.
I really wanted to quit because they broke me down so bad. We used to watch film. It used to make me feel like terrible, like a suck, like it,
Yeah.
so it made me realize like if you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Like there's no in between, there's no I like this. Like it has to be something you're fully committed to or it'll break you
Absolutely.
down.
I mean, y'all ended up winning. I know the Nationals. I saw y'all at.
We going back to back.
Y'all won. So and yeah, when I watched you play with them, one thing I will say, clearly the sneaking out and stuff helped because it definitely bonded y'all because
Yeah.
you guys played together so effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? Like there was always just a easiness to y'all's game. Like even when you were kind of battling with other teams, you guys didn't really stress with each other. Y'all wasn't fussing with each other. Like you see other teams, especially at the prep level, the guys are
Yeah.
fussing with each other. They fussing with the coach. They fussing with the other players. Like it's just not a lot of organization. So
Yeah, we did have
you
that a little bit, but it was at practice. But like we said, we went through hell together. When I'm talking about
yeah,
we went through it together, back down, back down. I'm talking about every day.
yeah,
So like at the end, it really helped us play against other prep schools because at first we was just playing nothing but JUCOs.
yeah,
But yeah, all that really helped us bond. Like we was cheering for the other guy. Like I don't care. I didn't play. Like some games, I messed up. Boom. I don't play for the whole second half. It's cool. Like I'm still mad, but it's fun.
yeah,
Watching your team for they're my guys. So they're my brothers really. Like I can actually consider them my brothers because we went through everything. Like
yeah,
so, like it was nice watching them succeed. Us being happy. We had our times we down. We wanted to fight each other. We at times we was like all ready to quit. Not all, but some majority of us ready to quit, give this up. Like we had times.
yeah,
Really, I miss it. I miss like the emotion side of it. I would never want to do it again. No, it was
yeah.
bad. When I tell you it was bad, it was like the worst. But it was the greatest experience of my life.
Yeah. But I think a player, not only a player, but a young man like you needs that experience though. Like you're very, you as long as I've known you have been very soft spoken, very much like yes sir, no sir. You know what I'm saying? If you play me, you play me. If you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. I'm not gonna hate on nobody. I'm not gonna make no fusses. I'm just gonna do what you tell me to do, and whatever happens, happens. So I feel like a player like you needed that kind of experience to get out of you more of an aggression.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have to love the game to go through something like that. And I think that for you, there was times where you, because of who your coaches were in a very important time of your life in high school, you didn't know whether or not you loved it or not anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I good enough? Why am I not getting the shine that everybody else is getting? But I think that made you really decide, do I love this enough to go through this or do I not? And, facing a life without playing ball again, I think is what ultimately probably led you to saying, you know what, nah, this is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to not play ball. So now, just watching your games, I hadn't seen you play for a while, and I ended up seeing you when we went to was South Carolina, and I saw you
Yeah.
playing,
We played.
and I'm like, okay, like this is a
I wish we
different.
would have played y'all, but y'all had lost.
Yeah, we lost. And I wasn't mad though. I didn't have the same team I started with, so
Yeah, yeah.
so if I would have had Will them earlier, or if I would have had the team I was supposed to have, Chase Bell
We
and the
still would
crew.
have beat y'all though. If y'all would have played us.
Nah, you were supposed to be with us, so we wouldn't have. Yeah. But no, so you finished that year, and then where do you go after that year with them?
So after that year, it was crazy. I had interest from a D1. I think it was two D1s, Navy and VMI. They military schools, but
I remember.
it's crazy like how fast you can get something and it's so fast it can go away. Like
Yeah.
all it takes is really one bad game. Like I didn't believe in that. I was thinking hey, he'll understand. No, like coaches, they don't care. They want consistency. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I just remember having that one bad game in front of that being my coach, and that was it.
Yeah.
So, but after that, I did get a lot of JUCO offers. So, like a lot of them reached out. That's when my Twitter was kind of like blowing up.
Yeah.
The coaches helped me like what to say to coaches, like be like, I guess, be honest and tell them like, hey, you know, full scholarship, half and
Yeah.
half, like no money coming out the pocket. So that's what
Yeah.
Coach Trey really installed into me. It was like, hey, if you're gonna go here, almost got like negotiate almost.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, I'm not gonna pay boom boom boom. No, if I come here, it's this and this. Like it works for some coaches, but
Right.
that's the. I mean, you gotta shoot for like what you think. You gotta shoot for what you want.
Right.
And really, I think I was sitting in church, and I don't know why I was on my phone. I just on my phone.
You just
Uh,
you telling yourself a lot today, man.
nah, I might as well. I might as well. Look. It's a fuck. I might as well say it. It don't even matter. It's old. It's old. I can't get it.
Yeah.
So look, it's on my phone. I think I ran across Fisk University, and I slid up. I think I followed the head coach because I think that I saw Isaiah Curry. He had posted him. So I went ahead and followed the same coach, and then that's how I got in contact with them. I did a visit up there with Kenny Anderson.
Yeah.
I had a great visit. It was really cool, and I think like 3 days later, I decided to commit.
Yeah.
And then shoot, about a week later, that's when I see Kenny Anderson then left.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was kind of not heartbroken, but I was like, "There's no way." He ended up going to SCP, the same prep school I went to, before Mount Valley.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I was still excited, because if I would just came straight out of college, I would not be playing sports. I wouldn't probably, I wouldn't be playing no more, actually.
You don't
Straight out
think
of high
so?
school, if I didn't do prep, no.
So that year of prep, you think it had a large impact on? I know for sure your game, but do you think it had a large impact like on your mentality? As
Yes.
far as so you think it. So you so after Fisk, because you're transferring now, you're at a JUCO now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Coastal Bend. It's in Texas.
In Texas. So what made you make that decision? Because of the new
I'm
rules of
gonna be
ability.
honest with you. HBCUs are great, right? It's
Yeah.
great, but not for sports.
Yeah.
For sports, it's great for the outside life, everything normal. But when it comes to sports, stay away from HBCUs because they don't
Yeah.
do right. To be honest, and it's hard to say that, but it's the truth.
I mean, they don't have the funding.
No,
You
they
know.
don't. But they can pay for everything else, though. They can make
Yeah.
you pay 40 grand, but they don't got money. So.
Yeah. So this school, what made you choose to go here?
So actually, Coastal Bend was reaching out before I even decided to go to Fisk.
Okay.
They reached out like way before, but decided was really like I was able to like my whole year at Fisk. I was able to have normal conversation with the guy. Like he was a pretty cool coach. You know, not soft spoken, but he just said everything just plain out. Like
Yeah.
he didn't hold nothing back, just plain out. So yeah, me like when I made the decision, like okay, I'm not gonna be here next year. I was able just to text him. Boom, time I text him, give me a phone call. About 3 minutes later, and after that, like 10 minutes later, he's on the phone with my dad, and boom, we already like connected.
Yeah.
I went down there for a visit. It's a pretty nice campus, though. To be honest, for a JUCO, it's really nice. Like, and yeah, he's pretty cool. Gym nice. They do weights. You can tell because I went to Texas. I'm like, bro, these dudes do not look like JUCO. Like these look
Yeah.
like grown men. Like so you can tell they do nutrition. They do their weights. small classroom, small setting, and then plus he's in a town where there's nothing to do, and which is good, so there's no outside distraction.
Yeah,
And
so y'all
then
won't be sneaking out.
if I can still sneak out, I can drive an hour to San Antonio.
That's
It's
crazy.
just an hour away,
That's
but
crazy.
but but no, he's no. I think I'm gonna be pretty good down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm excited.
So you gain because I mean Texas is a hub for colleges. Like they pull out of those JUCOs a lot. Those D1s do, and you're also finna you keep your eligibility now because you're going to a
Yeah,
JUCO. So now you have that 1 year that you played. So now you have 3 years plus kind of a red shirt year that they call it. So you really have 4 years still left of eligibility playing. You don't lose any of that playing for a JUCO. So now you're setting yourself up. I mean, like I've always told you, you have a D1 build. I've always told you that. So now that you're going to a place that they're going to set you up with your nutrition,
right.
get you in even better shape.
Yeah,
Is D1 kind of the goal for you now? I know before it was kind of like, you know what, I'm open to opportunities. I want to keep playing ball. Now that you've taken these steps and you're kind of narrowing your scope a little bit, is D1 now the kind of the goal for you?
it is.
Okay. Would you want to stay out there in Texas, or are you looking at,
Not.
you know,
It really don't matter to be honest, because like also what comes with the scholarship is also free education. So like I'm a
yeah,
major in nursing, so I
okay,
know well, I keep the scholarship, and then plus I'm already gonna be I guess say I play 2 years in JUCO, right? I keep my NCAA eligibility. So
yep,
I'll be a freshman in the court. But I'll be a junior in the classroom.
yeah,
So that's a lot. I can get all my degrees by then.
yeah. You can get a master for sure, um, and then you'll come out with a backup plan if basketball does stop for you.
Very
You know,
true.
so and that's a career that is always going to be needed. You're setting yourself up to go straight to work when you get done with school. And like I said, if you have a master's, putting that behind that RN title, like that's a lot higher pay, a lot higher opportunities. So I mean that's interesting. I didn't know that about you. So have you always been into nursing?
To be honest, not really. Like, I mean, it intrigues me because it's more like I can watch, I guess, Grey's Anatomy. It doesn't gross me out.
Yeah,
I find it interesting. Learning about the human body. Um, I know that's something I would want to do and study in college, in school, because it's easy to go to school and be like, I don't want to study nothing.
right.
It's basically like not a waste of time, but if you're going to go to school and study something, you got to study something that you actually want to apply to your life. You
Right.
can't just go and just learn something just to learn it. Like,
Absolutely. That's a great field. So would you stop at nursing, or do you want to be? Would you like to be a doctor? Do you want to be?
so
You know.
with that, it basically is as far as it takes me, wherever it lands me, because there's so many
Okay.
things that can, like, I can go to nursing school, then I can get, I can want to become a anesthesiologist. I can want to
Yeah.
become a orthopedic surgeon. It's so many fields that can branch off just going into nursing. So
Yeah.
just keeping my options open, because you
That's
never know
awesome.
what can be needed in the next, let's say, 8 years. You can never know like what's going to be that top job, and like when it comes to
Absolutely. And
so yeah.
going through COVID, going through that pandemic, definitely I think has opened a lot of people's eyes to, so much stuff is unknown when it comes to what happens in the world. And so we go through another pandemic, nurses are still working, doctors are still working, and you're actually making more during pandemics. I think you've seen these nurses when the pandemic broke, when it was over, these nurses are going on vacations, like they're
Yeah,
enjoying their life. So
Virgil. Yeah,
they, that's a field that you're always going to be working.
yeah,
So it's a very smart field to go into. Like you said, it branches off into so many different opportunities. You're setting yourself up financially, and then as long as the ball is dribbling, if you have that degree, you're always prepared for when that ball stops dribbling.
yeah. Because you
You
never
know,
know. You never know what can
yeah,
happen.
it's because you like to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like busting your lip. Remember you busted your lip that time?
So about that, it was actually she like no, I shouldn't. She like knew better not to do that actually. Oh yeah, headbutt me on a layup. And then his younger brother is the one who's sprained my ankle because I landed on
Yeah.
his foot.
See, that's a lifer. Okay. So, all right. 14-year-old Chase, freshman. What would you say to him now?
14-year-old freshman me. Oh God. Hold on, say that. I'll be like, listen here, boy. Why are you laughing? I'm being serious right now.
I fully. That's why it's
Are you
funny.
ready? You ready? You ain't gonna laugh?
All right, I got you. Serious face.
No, it was something like something got my eye. So I was
Okay.
like, I'll be like, listen here, boy. I'll be like, you're gonna be okay. That's all I'll say. You're gonna be okay. Just don't give up, and you know, God got your back. That's all I'll say. I ain't gonna.
That's big though. Do you think you think that that would, knowing how you were as a 14-year-old, do you think hearing that would have changed your mindset and how you handled the process back then?
Still probably not, to be honest with you. Cause I ain't listening. You know, I took it all for granted. Cause I was thinking really like I'm gonna be this age forever. Like I'm never gonna grow up. That's
Yeah.
truly how it was. Like you know, people was talking. I go, I'll never be in high school. I ain't gonna be no senior no time soon. You know,
Yeah. It goes by fast.
it
You know
does.
what I'm saying? It
It goes
go.
by fast.
You know, you look up and I mean, I think you were maybe what were you like? Maybe 6 foot 5'10" when I met you, and then you look up and you're towering over me.
Yeah,
Your voice then got a little deeper, and you know that happened to me. It happened like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you wake up,
it did go by quick.
you know, I let the garage up, and you walking in. It's like what the world, you know. But I think a lot of kids need to hear a lot of what you said, especially because of how your journey. A lot of kids look at, okay, if I don't get to college out of high school, it's over.
Yeah, cause to be honest, the way looking at mine, like going back looking at how I made it, I really was not supposed to make it. Like it's crazy how doors just open just right on time. Like, ooh, like prep came out of nowhere. You know, no one really knew about prep. And
Yeah,
I'm going to prep. College comes out of nowhere. Boom, you know, it don't work out. Now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play JUCO. Now the rules coming out. I get 2 years.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's crazy because like at first I was thinking like, oh man, like I'm done. Basketball's gonna be over with. You know, like all these guys that were telling me, oh, you suck. You never gonna play college. You know, you got no offers.
yeah,
You know, it's kind of funny how things play out at the end. You know, I don't really say
yeah.
nothing. I'm not gonna brag. I don't post nothing about nothing really at all. Like I just keep to myself. And you just like it's fun though watching everything. You know, sitting back and just watching everything play out.
Yeah. So that
That was
means I feel like instead of you saying you were not supposed to keep playing basketball, I think that's proof that God had every intention on you continuing playing basketball. You know, because think about, you know, you had the injuries, like you said, your senior year, you got hurt. You come off of that. How many kids do you know can go through their last part of their senior year injured, barely get playing time, and still continue playing if they didn't have offers
that's
prior to
true.
that?
That's
You
true.
know, so you know that's God's hand on you. You know, and you having the mindset to keep going. You know, and I give a lot of credit. I know your parents are very strong
Yeah.
in your corner. I talk to your dad a lot. You know, especially during those during that year. You know, so to see you just keep going, you know, it's motivating. I know for a lot of other kids, at least it should be. But I hope that you can understand just how not only blessed, but just how talented you are and how much you really do deserve everything that you're getting. Like, you worked your ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of everybody I've met over these years, you were always the most consistent. You know, and that comes, you know, your dad played football and stuff, so he had that mindset already.
Yeah.
But, you know, you were very consistent. Even when I was beating you all the time in, you know, 50 ball,
Okay.
you
I don't know
kept
if you
coming
hate
back.
beating me
Did I not?
at 50, but no, you didn't beat me.
Are you sure?
I
I mean,
don't
I
know.
still got the video.
That little weak garage, not weak garage, that weak gold
Oh,
cricket.
so it's weak because you were losing.
No, the gold cricket. When you got a cricket shot. So that's how
Oh wow. So me beating you at Sparkman, what was that?
But you didn't beat me in Spartan.
I remember beating you at Sparkman.
At 50?
Yeah. If I'm the winner and there's
You
five
gotta
of
show
us
me
playing,
film. You gotta show me
oh
film.
I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll post it when I post this podcast
Alright, bet. You gonna post it right beside it.
for sure.
And then
So
put
people
some
understand.
promo going off of the inside of it.
So when you make it as far as you're gonna make it, I'm gonna always be able to say I'm still undefeated in 50 ball against Chase Bell. Just know that. All right, so Chess, we're gonna play a game, man. It's gonna require for you to think a little bit. All right. So I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna give you 8 seconds. So you have 8 seconds to name 8 of whatever the topic is that I give you. All right. So example would be you have to name. Let's not do 8. Let's not do 8. I'm gonna say 5. You have
Wait, you
five
gonna make it
seconds.
easy on me? Is that why?
You'll see why. So you have 5 seconds to name 5 of this topic. So if I say name 5 types of cars, you would then name 5 types of cars. It can be.
In 5
um,
seconds?
It's only 5. All right. So I'll give you 7 seconds to
No,
name
no,
5.
no. I'll play the game originally. Alright, got you. So it's gonna be 8 in 8 seconds, or it's gonna be 8 in 5 seconds?
It was gonna be 8 in 8 seconds. So
Alright.
I'll give you 5 in 8 seconds. How about that?
No, no, no. Give
Oh,
me
so you think okay?
Yeah, I'll do 8.
All right.
I'll do 8.
You gonna do 8?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 8.
That's wild. All right, here we go. So the first topic: name 8 states in 8 seconds, starting now.
New
8.
York, Alabama, Connecticut,
Sweet.
New Mexico, Texas, California, Oregon, Washington.
Time.
Nevada.
All right. All right.
Yeah, Oregon's a state, right?
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
How many was
right.
that? How many was that? I didn't count.
Sound like about 11.
Alright,
I heard you. I got 8, so that's all that matter. All right. I'm gonna make it a little bit harder now. Name 8 spices that go on food. Go.
salt,
8,
sugar, pepper,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
paprika,
1. Time.
salt, sugar, pepper. What else is
Sugar is not a spice.
sugar's not considered? Yes, it is. Sugar is considered a spice, ain't it? When you go to, it's not.
Oh. But you didn't say sugar anyway.
I
You
did say
said
sugar. I said sugar, salt, and pepper. Let me see if sugar is spice.
sugar is not a spice.
Yes, it is.
Sugar is not a spice.
Sugar is a spice. Oh, never mind. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I am a cook.
So what are the spices? Give me 6 more.
Like lemon pepper, paprika.
All right, I said paprika. I said paprika. So lemon pepper.
Tony's.
You can say lemon pepper.
Yeah. Tony's. That's what you cook with? Lemon pepper?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got the Tony's
I can
seasoning.
name 8. Yeah, that's OG.
Yeah. All right, so rebound. So let's go. Name 8 college. Wait. Name 8 NCAA champions in college basketball.
What you mean? Hey,
Go.
I ain't gonna do it.
Yo.
All right. I can. Dang, that's sad. I don't know this.
8, 7,
Oh,
6,
it's counting right now.
5.
Jalen Brunson.
No. So I misspoke. Teams. So 8 NCAA championship teams.
Yeah.
So, like North Carolina.
All right, let's do another
Duke.
one. Let's do another one. Cause I'm just
You
gonna.
can't name 8.
I'm gonna just name random teams.
All right. Last one. Make it a little bit harder for you. Name Name 8 R&B singers.
I don't know. All right, let's see. There's
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Chris Breezy,
3, 2. That's one.
Mary
One.
J. Blige. Hey, bro,
Two.
pick a different one. That's not.
What are you
like,
doing?
That was terrible. That was terrible.
How? I know you know R&B singers.
Not for real. I know.
Monica,
I
Brandy,
know songs.
Mary.
Like, I didn't know songs.
You know 8 rappers?
Rappers? We can do 8 rappers. No,
Let's
let's
see.
do
Eight,
8 rappers.
8 rappers. Go.
All
Eight,
right. Young
seven,
Boy, Playboy
six,
Cardi, Chief Keef,
5,
DDG.
4,
Oh my
3,
God, my head's spinning, bro.
2, 1. Time. Did you just say DDG?
Yeah, DDG.
The 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 blogger?
DDG. Yeah, he's a rapper.
Wow. You just making stuff up now.
Yeah, he's a rapper. He does. He does.
I mean, you do
Well,
too,
my
right?
head now, like my head, think about every other topic. So like every time you give me a topic, it's like hard for me to like just to think about it. Because
See,
now
I
I'm
told
thinking
you.
about 8 rappers now.
See, I told you it's an easy
I
game.
so many
It's not
keywords.
simple.
Yeah, that's weird. I hate you with that. Yeah, that made it. You had me thinking about spices, talking about some rappers. I'm thinking about spices too.
I mean, Ice Spice, that's a rapper.
I guess.
And
Yeah,
Spice.
bro. Yeah.
All right, man. So, last words. Give any words of advice to the kids that are coming up behind you, especially those kids that are kind of in that same situation that you found yourself in your senior year. You know, class of 2026 is heading in right now. So, what would you give them as a word of advice going into their senior year?
Oh, who else is going? Good advice. I would basically just say, um, make sure you have a consistent season this year. You said kids were not really playing, or just
Just
overall?
in general, that haven't been
Right.
recruited yet.
Ooh, they're not getting recruited right now.
Right.
To be honest, I'll say you better look into some prep schools.
That's real.
Yeah, look into prep schools and any offer you get, any coach get into, respond right away. Don't take it for granted just because it's D3, D2, JUCO, D1, NAIA. Pay everyone like the same. Treat them, don't see one and be like, oh, he's just a JUCO coach. No, because what's crazy is you never know. These coaches move like how we move, like how players move. Coaches move, they get new jobs, so the one coach that you mistreat, you can never know 3 years from now, right? He can be at a top D1 school,
Yeah.
and that's just, you never want to, I don't know how to say it, you never want to take advantage of your opportunity. Like, you don't want to take it for granted because you never
Yeah.
know how it can play out at the end.
Burn those bridges.
Right.
Yeah. That's good advice. And I hope, I'm actually going to I'm probably going to send that little clip right there, probably send it out to a lot of kids. Because like yourself at 14, 15, 16, 17, kids don't listen. Because like you said, you think you have more time than what you really do. But if you think about basketball season, it ends one semester, it starts the next semester, and by the time your season's over, you only have a month and a half or so left of school for that year.
Right.
So your school year is over, and you spent your whole season not getting film, not playing hard certain games, getting your feel in certain games, going out with your friends when you should be practicing. So they need to understand how important and how fast this stuff goes. And like you said, if a coach reaches out to you, be respectful because you never know what that coach could do for you. They might not bring you onto their program. They may be reaching out to you because they want to send your film to a coach that they know. A coach may be looking for something. So that's good advice. And salute to you for your journey. It's been fun to watch you thus far, and I know that you're gonna have a good season. You'll probably be there for 1 year, and you'll be at a D1 after that. You have that type of talent. So I'm intrigued to see where you go after this. I know that nursing is going to be the career at the very, very end of this journey, but I'm interested to see how far you go. And I hope you take it as far as you can. With overseas ball and all these different opportunities that you guys have. I hope you take it as far as you can go. You deserve it. You worked hard. You continue to work hard. You raised well. Great character. Always been respectful. So I want you to take this, go as far as you can go, man.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you coming on with me.
I appreciate you for having me on here.
Oh, for sure. All right.